forward.
For a BKFC athlete, can you explain a little bit about the structure of the divisions, and is it work similar to UFC in terms of a ranking system? And when what do you see the roadmap of your career in that promotion work? How would that work?
Well, I'm glad for one that they've just decided to write me into the storyline, because I've found that in most sports, they still have like a storyline and a storyboard. I feel for this, of course, with the changing, we've got Christina Freire. She's completely taken over, and this is her time to be the top of the 125-pound division. I think eventually that means her and Beck Rodriguez will fight, because that has to happen, because it was only COVID that left them apart. But then I also don't know if that will happen, because I think they had Beck as the loss versus Britain Hart. I don't know too much about the weight classes for the men's. I know that for the women's, we've now just also started the 115 division. And
they will rank you, and those come out similar. Is it kind of?
I'm assuming that BKFC, it would be a global ranking, but when they do them, it seems to be only everyone who's been competing in America. So maybe this has changed now, because the two are starting to get a little bit more cozier with business. But that would be a Nick Chapman question.
Mm-hmm.
Nick would definitely know that for sure. I wouldn't know. I can't answer.
Well, you've kind of written your own story, I think, and especially what happened in the last fight. I've watched a bunch of the podcasts. You're probably podcasted out by now. You got to be tired from the media. I mean, overnight, I saw, wow, she went from 40,000 to 120,000 followers. And like this type of hype, it's short-lived for the time, but let's ride that hype train. So
everyone should ride a hype train.
Absolutely.
But also after that, I'm not just someone who's flashed their tit, and not even that. I think for everybody who's really my friend, they're just like, oh gosh, Tai, she's lucky she wasn't like just doing something even more crass just to, get that emotion like pulled out of someone. But there's so much more to me, like whether it's my journey to getting here, whether it's being motivating, how I live my life, there's more to then scratches the surface after just a pop titty, because that's just the start, that's already me. I'm already planning to be like, like they've literally said I can do what I want. What else do I want to do? Because I'm going to do it, and it's going to annoy you, or you're going to love it. So,
well, it's interesting. Like
whatever
maybe there's a connection between the Australian Thais and doing something wild after a fight, whether it's Tai Tuivasa grabbing a shoey and that's his calling card, or yours might be a little bit different.